Hey, check this out. I got awesome news. I'm about to teach you how to speed up your metabolism, how to increase your thermogenesis, and actually get your body to work with you, not against you. All right. Now, before I share that with you, I have an amazing announcement. Deurca Sports Nutrition is finally online. So if you're our client or not yet, you can buy our products anywhere in the United States. We'll ship to you. You can go to deurca.com, deurca.com. All right, let's get down to business. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Octavio Urias, or you probably know me from Raw Fitness or Raw Fitness Elite. I'm the founder of Deurca Sports Nutrition now. I created this supplement company because I couldn't find exactly what I wanted for myself and for my clients. So I went out and developed that brand, developed those products so that you can actually get the results that you want. Okay, now let's get down to business. How to speed up your metabolism. Okay, there's a few things you can do naturally, and there's a few things you can help speed up the process by taking supplements. So let's cover both. Now, you might be wondering, well, I'm already working out, or I haven't worked out in a while, right? Maybe my metabolism's slowing because I'm aging, right? I used to be able to eat whatever, right, when I was a teenager, but not anymore. Well, I know exactly what you're talking about, but there's things you can do to speed up your metabolism, all right? So there's a few angles we can approach. When it comes to training, low impact will never beat high impact. High impact, plyometrics, jump, any type of jump and explosive movements will be way more effective at boosting your metabolism. So if you're someone who maybe you don't have any injuries, you can actually do high impact stuff. High impact will always beat low impact, right? Like you can go 2 hours on the treadmill and on the bicycle. You're not gonna beat plyometrics, like sprints, like jumps, like vertical jumps, like burpees. You're not gonna beat that, right? So when it comes to your cardio, high impact will always be more effective in improving your metabolism. Here's why. When you do this super explosive movements, you can't go that long, right? So it forces you to go with higher intensity, lower duration, and then forcing more time for recovery. This gets your heart rate up and down and up and down, and requires more oxygen, more energy, more water, more, stronger muscle contractions, which all of these is going to lead into something called the post-burn effect, or the afterburn effect, or the EPOP effect. There's so many names. Don't get caught up in the names. Don't worry about it. What it really means is that after you leave the gym, after you're done with that workout, your body keeps burning calories. It keeps burning and burning. And that's why when you do one of these explosive workouts, you feel like you're sweating more, you feel hotter later on, you feel euphoric, more energy than if you just go like, oh, let's go 2 hours on the elliptical, right? It doesn't really give you that much bang for your buck. So high impact always is better than low impact. Another thing, if you really want to improve your metabolism, let me put it this way. The more muscle you have, the more you can eat. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn, the more your metabolism is going to be active, the more it's going to expand, right? That's why you see some people that are really lean, they have a lot of muscle, and they can eat like 3 times or 4 times as you, and you're wondering like, oh, how can they eat so much and be so lean? And here I am killing myself and I can't lose this fat. It's because you're focused on just losing fat, and what you want to do is have muscle. Muscle is your friend. And by the way, if you're a female, you're like scared, oh, I don't want to get like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Don't worry about it. You're not going to get like Arnold Schwarzenegger even if you try to, okay? You don't have enough testosterone in your body to do that. And it takes hours, 24/7 dedication for years to get to that level. That's why he's the only one that has gotten to that level in the world, right? So don't worry, you're not going to get like Arnold. You want to stimulate muscle. Don't just do cardio. You want to use weights. You want to use resistance training. And it could be any type of resistance. It could be your body weight. It could be dumbbells. It could be barbells. It could be cables. It could be kettlebells. It doesn't matter. What matters is you're pushing against resistance so that you're stimulating those muscles. And that's going to give you more muscle, more metabolism boost, right? It's going to activate those muscles, and your body's going to want to recover, which is going to take more calories to be able to repair and rebuild, right? So don't just go for cardio. When it comes to cardio, high impact's always better, right? Unless you're injured, then of course you got to work with what you have. When it comes to training, you don't want to just do cardio. You want to make sure you involve resistance training. Whether you do it separately, whether you do it together, it depends on what you're training for, but just make sure you have some resistance training where you're pushing against gravity, all right? That's when it comes to training, just 2 simple things you can do. Of course, when it comes to resistance, compound movements are going to always be better for max calorie burn, for more metabolism. So compound moves, what I mean is several joints moving together. So let's say I'm doing a bicep curl. The only joint moving here is the elbow. This is the only little muscle I'm activating. That's an isolation move. That's not going to burn a lot of calories, right? If I really want to speed up my metabolism, I'm going to do bigger movements. So several joints. So for example, push-ups. That would be movement here and here, right? But I'm also activating my core. Pull-ups, I'm using a lot more muscles. I'm using my forearms, my biceps, my back. Squats, right? You're using all your leg muscles, your core, your back, stabilizers. Those exercises are gonna give you more bang for your buck when it comes to improving your metabolism, all right? So that's a few things you can do as far as training. Now, another angle would be nutrition, very important. Now, some people say it's 70% nutrition and 30% workout, right? I completely disagree, because anybody who's thinking 30% or 70% is not at 100%, right? It's not really someone you want to take advice from. You want to take, remember, this is for dominators, right? This is not for the average people. Deurca dominators go all in. So who cares if it's 70 or 80 or 20? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. We'll do it all, right? We'll target every angle, and that way we get faster results. So do both. All right, don't think one's more important than the other. They don't work without the other, all right? They go hand in hand, all right? So when it comes to nutrition, you're training hard, you're training high impact, you're training with resistance against gravity, your muscles are gonna need protein. That's gonna be the number one ingredient, the number one macronutrient that's gonna make the most difference. More than carbs, more than fats, protein is gonna be the most important. Here's why. Not only is it going to have a thermic effect in your body, it increases your body's temperature and metabolism higher, it takes more calories to digest. Not only is it more satiating, so you're not starving and so hungry, but also our body has no mechanism to store protein. That means that, let's say you train hard and your body needs at a certain time amino acids, that protein to repair, and you don't have it. That means your body's going to have to wait or take it from somewhere else. Right? That's why, since we can't store protein, we want to have protein on every single meal, right? Your body can store fat, your body can store carbs, and that's why we get fat, right? But you can't store protein, right? You can't store protein. That's why that's the one you want to have every meal consistently, especially if you're in the gym, if you're training hard, right? So here's the thing. Chances are you don't have time. You have a busy life. You don't have time to sit down 5 or 6 times a day to chew or cook chicken and steak, and right? So what I found most success with thousands of clients and myself, if you're busy, maybe you have kids, maybe a spouse, a job, couple jobs, business, you name it, right? You can alternate solid meals with liquid meals to still keep your protein intake high. So that's why I developed this product right here that I'm showing you. This is the Superior Whey Isolate. It's a very high protein, very pure, clean, and great tasting supplement powder that you can take between meals to keep your protein intake high, and it takes you less than a minute to make and drink, and that way you're giving your body always the time, always the protein at all the time that it needs, so you can recover from that, right? Now, this doesn't replace the food. Again, you will alternate this. Maybe you're eating eggs, maybe you're eating seafood, whatever, but you're gonna alternate. This is gonna come in handy when you're busy, when you're driving maybe at work or snack times, right? This will help you keep that protein intake high. By the way, we put digestive enzymes so it will not bloat you. You will not be dangerous to be around like a lot of times you are with average proteins, right? Because you're like, they're so heavy to digest, right? That's why I created this, because I used to struggle with the popular proteins, right? I would drink them and I was like, I would get this aftertaste, number one, that I didn't like. Number two, they tasted weird. And number three, I would be like bloated and like burping and farting sometimes, right? For like hours. For like 6 to 8 hours. So I created a protein that's very light on the stomach, easy to absorb, easy to digest, and that tastes amazing, all right? Very low fat, very low calorie, it's mainly protein. That's the main source you're getting, all right? It's not a significant source of fat or carb. So that's the number one ingredient. Now, there's another ingredient that we all know we need to be getting, right? Which is greens. Greens are a few things. Not only are they going to be good for your health, more energy, better digestion, vitality, antioxidants, vitamins, all the micronutrients, but also they keep your body in an alkaline state. See, when you train hard and or you consume a lot of protein and or, either or will trigger this, your body becomes very acid, right? And you don't want to have your body in an acid state, because What happens in an acid state is not optimal what we want for the body. Yes, we want some acidity, especially in the stomach to digest foods, right? But you want to try to switch back as soon as possible to an alkaline state, all right? When you're in an alkaline state, your body's going to feel more energized. You're going to have more, your body's going to work at a better capacity. You're going to have more energy. You're going to feel better, more alive, more alert. And your body's not trying to protect you from this acid to fight you, right? So we all know we should be eating 8 to 12 or whatever the number of servings is a day, right, of greens. And I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people are not doing it. Why? Because it's 2019. It's busy. It's fast. It's high technology. Everything's immediate, fast, right? And a lot of times we don't have time to sit down and eat like 8 to 12 salads, right? Or or carry all this stuff with us. So one thing I do, since for me, it's very hard to get all the greens that I have or that I need to get per day. I created this Green Life product, right? It's 6,000 milligrams of all the foods that probably you don't love to eat. Personally, I do not get excited like, oh, let me eat some broccoli. Let me eat some spinach, some scales, some kale, some wheatgrass, right? Like, it's not very exciting. Sometimes it's something like we have to force ourselves and it takes a lot of time to chew and get in our diet. So what I created is this Green Life product. It has like 6,000 milligrams of organic greens, digestive enzymes, and probiotics. This makes it super easy to get your body in an alkaline state, have more energy, natural energy, not from sugar, not from caffeine, natural energy from this, I don't know if I should use this word superfoods, right? Because it's misused and overused, but you get the idea. As all the foods that we don't really want to eat that much, that are maybe not that yummy, all the concentrated formula in here so that you can just drink it literally in 30 seconds and it tastes like berries. You can drink it with water, or you can put it in your protein, in your smoothie, however you want to use it, but make sure you get your greens daily. And this is the easiest way to do it because it just takes no time. Literally, it takes no time. Like, personally, I'm a busy person. You probably are a busy person. So you probably have a hard time getting all the veggies you need. And last but not least, before we talk about something that's not nutrition that helps you speed up your metabolism, it's going to be Fired Up. So this is the brand new fat burner we created. This is the hot smoking thermogenic. This helps you speed your metabolism, helps increase your body's temperature so you burn more calories, and it also gives you a lot of energy. And by the way, one of the great things about this that I always struggle with, and that's one of the reasons I created it, is a lot of times when you're dieting, just when you know like you're on a diet, you get hungrier. Why? Because of the psychological factor, and you're depriving your body from foods that it's used to, so you're starving all the time, right? So this not only helps you increase your thermogenesis and your energy, but it's also gonna calm your cravings and your hunger, right? Now, the great thing about this that is different to a lot of the fat burners out there is a lot of the fat burners out there are deliberately made to dehydrate you. They have diuretics because they want you to just like lose a lot of water weight so you think it's working, right? But guess what happens? Two things. Number one, when you're dehydrated, your body wants to hydrate, so it's going to supercompensate, right? So as soon as you stop taking it, or you eat a big meal or whatever, your body's going to hold on to more of it because your body does not want to be dehydrated. Your body wants to survive. Your body doesn't care if you want to look sexy or not. Your body wants to survive, right? Number one thing, let's get that out of the way. So if you're in a dehydrated state, your body's going to try to fight you to protect yourself and to hydrate back up to the optimal levels, right? And another thing, if you're training hard, we're doing this high impact activities, we're doing this resistance training we just talked about. When you're dehydrated, you're going to suck at it. You're going to get winded. You're going to have no stamina, no endurance, no strength, no power. You might get dizzy. You're going to get headaches. You're going to get nauseous. You're going to hate it. You're going to be miserable. And guess what's going to happen? You're not going to want to keep doing it, right? So we tend to forget how important training is. Right? Because we've been conditioned, oh, it's 70% diet. No, it's not. No, it's not. You got to train hard. Look at the people that are in the best shape in the world. Look at how they train. They don't neglect training because it's not that important. They're consistent with their training. It's a non-negotiable, right? So let's not forget how important training it is. It's the stimulus, first of all, to change. Nutrition is going to feed it that change, but if there's no stimulus, I mean, yes, you're going to lose weight, but you're not going to look like you even work out, right? You ever seen someone who lost weight? They lose weight, the scale keeps going down, but they look sick. They don't look fit, they're flabby, they're skinny fat. That's because they're not training the way they need to train. They're not feeding that muscle, right? So if you're in a dehydrated state, you can't train hard or optimal, all right? So you want to be hydrated. That's one of the most important things. You want to constantly be properly hydrated so that your training rocks and it's euphoric and you keep breaking records and you keep making it better and better and making progress each week, right? Imagine this. Compare person A who's dehydrated and goes to work out and sucks at it and is miserable and is hating it and can't recover well because it's dehydrated versus person B who is properly hydrated and is every week making more and more progress, lifting more weight, burning more fat, getting more reps, recovering faster, running faster, moving, jumping higher, like all these things. Why? Because that person's properly hydrated. This person will get excited to keep going and will make more progress, and it'll become a cycle of like, I want more, I want more. This person will be miserable and will end up quitting, all because you dehydrated yourself, right? So that's another thing we want to make sure we cover outside of foods or nutrients or whatever. You want to make sure you get your water in. If you're properly hydrated, your body is going to work way better, right? Now, I don't mean 2 gallons a day, because that will do the opposite. That will make you lose a lot of nutrients that your body needs, right? So 3 to 4 liters a day is going to be fine, but that's not all hydration you need. You're going to need your micronutrients like potassium, like sodium, like calcium, magnesium. So make sure you get those into your diet as well. And then last but not least, of course, you want to make sure you get proper sleep, proper recovery, right? Don't overlook this. Sleep is one of probably the least sexiest topics, most boring topics, and is one of the things that could give you one of the biggest changes, biggest progress builders in your transformation. So there you have it. I just probably give you like 7 or 8 or 9 ways to speed up your metabolism. Now, if you're interested in the Fired Up, the Green Life, or our new protein powders, they're available at all of our Raw Fitness locations in El Paso Las Cruces, and amazing announcement, they are now available online as well. We're shipping to all of the US, so whether you're a client or not, you can just go to deurca.com and order everything you need. The website again is deurca.com, deurca.com, or you can just look at the name of the company here, put deurca.com, just see how you spell that, all right? Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this tips to speed up your metabolism were helpful. If they were, let me know. Tag a friend, share with a friend. I would really appreciate your feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more and more information and more advice so you can take your body, your transformation, your life to a whole new level, all right? Again, that's deurca.com. If you're interested in any of our supplements, they're available online, deurca.com. By the way, to celebrate that we just went online, we're giving away a dream package, which is worth almost $400. And it gives you all the supplements you need for an amazing transformation. So again, go check that out, enter your info, and enter the raffle to win. I'll talk to you next time.